Fairan. Asada Jiro, born in 1951 in Tokyo, is one of Japan's most beloved novelists, known for his deeply humanistic stories and warm, emotional prose. His works explore themes of life, love, and the struggles of ordinary people, resonating with readers across generations. His most notable works include The Station Master, Manager, Tsubakiyama's 7 Days to Die by the Sword, and Fairan. Among them, The Station Master was adapted into a widely acclaimed film in Japan, while Fairan was made into a South Korean film, leaving a lasting impression on audiences. Published in Japan under the title Love Letter, Fairan tells a poignant story of love, human connection, and the fleeting nature of life. The protagonist, Kaoru, is a man living at the bottom of society, drifting aimlessly through life without ambition or purpose. He is loosely affiliated with a small-time gang, but in reality, he is nothing more than a low-ranking member, doing insignificant errands. Then, one day, Kaoru receives unexpected news. A woman he has never met has died. Her name is Fairan, a Chinese immigrant, who had entered a fake marriage to legally stay in Japan. And her husband on paper? Kaoru. He had long forgotten about her existence, treating the marriage as a meaningless transaction. But after her death, he receives a letter she left behind. And only then does he realize that Fairan had loved him all along. Though they had never met, she had held on to him as her only hope, cherishing him as her husband in her heart. Even in her final moments, she thought of him. As Kaoru reads her final words, his entire life comes into question. He had never considered himself important to anyone. He had never truly loved or been loved. Yet to one person he had meant the world. And with Fairan's death, he makes a decision to change his life. Asada Jiro conveys profound themes through Fairan, offering readers a reflection on love, human connection, and self-worth. Fairan's love is pure and selfless. Despite never meeting Kaoru, she holds on to the marriage as a symbol of hope. In a world that only gave her hardship, she finds comfort in believing in him. Through her story, the novel highlights the essence of unconditional, love-loving without expecting anything in return. Kaoru sees himself as insignificant, living a life of meaningless survival. But Fairan's letter changes everything. For the first time, he realizes that his existence mattered to someone. This theme reminds us that even when we feel unimportant, we might be someone's reason to keep going. Many people drift through life without questioning their purpose. Kaoru is one of them. But Fairan's letter forces him to confront his existence. It is a moment of awakening, showing how a single event can lead us to redefine ourselves. Though Fairan and Kaoru were married in name only, she saw him as her true family. The novel challenges the idea that family is defined by blood or time spent together. Instead, it is about the bonds we choose to hold in our hearts. Kaoru never cared about Fairan, seeing their marriage as a mere transaction. Yet, in the end, she became the most important person in his life. The novel reminds us that every encounter, no matter how small, can leave a lasting impact. Though the novel does not reveal Fairan's letter in detail, its emotional essence is clear. Here is a possible reconstruction of her final words. Fairan's letter. Kaoru-san, hello. I am your wife, Fairan. I am sorry that I must leave this letter instead of speaking to you in person. I wish I had the chance to meet you just once. First, thank you. Because of you, I was able to stay in Japan. Because of you, I was not alone. Even though we never met, you were my husband in my heart. Whenever life became difficult, I would whisper to myself, I am not alone. I have a husband, Kaoru-san. That thought helped me endure. I always imagined what kind of person you were. I pictured you as kind, strong, and gentle. I hope you are all those things and more. Even though my life was short, I was happy. Because I had you. Please, after I am gone, live well, be happy. Become someone good. For my sake, promise me that you will live a life worth remembering. I will always be cheering for you. Your wife, Fairan? Kaoru is deeply shaken by her words. For the first time, he sees himself through someone else's eyes. Not as a failure, but as someone who was loved. Through her letter, she gives him a new life, even in her absence. And in return, Kaoru chooses to change. Fairan is not just a love story. It is a deep reflection on human connection and self-worth. Asada Jiro masterfully weaves themes of love, sacrifice, and the profound impact of even the smallest relationships. Through Kaoru and Fairan's story, the novel asks, Do we truly see the love around us before it is too late? Like Kaoru, we often take love and relationships for granted. Phelan reminds us to cherish those who care for us, to recognize the invisible love that surrounds us, and to live meaningfully before it's too late. Phelan's love, though unspoken and unseen, changes a man's life forever. And perhaps her story can change ours too.